Well, my dear viewers. Welcome to another amazing show called Say It with Meso, ambapo siku ya leo tumeweza kuandalia a big show lined up for you, ambapo we've got an amazing guest. But in the meantime, on the ones and twos, tuko naye DJ Timo.
Yes, MC Meso.
Vipi kaka brasa?
Niko fiti na wewe?
Jambo lakini.
Leo napenda hiyo look sana.
Thanks. Unajua
umepiga old school.
Designer manze.
From Nakuru?
From Nakuru. Siku ya leo muziki leo umetuandalia vipi?
Leo mimi nimeandaa muziki hapa ya Nakuru. Watu wa Nakuru, kuna superstars wanakama hapa Nakuru. Na tunataka kuua show leo.
Kabisa. There you have it, my dear viewers. Welcome to another amazing, and when I say amazing, it's another amazing episode of Say It with Meso. Twende DJ Timo kwanza.
Nimeketi kwako unatuliza, nimeketi kwao wanauliza, nimejaribu kwako unatuliza, nimejaribu kwao wanauliza, unanipendanga bure baba, unanipendanga bure baba, unanipendanga bure baba, unanipendanga bure baba, umenifanya yente, ukanifanya swanky, ukanijaza konki, spiritually konki, umenifanya yente, ukanifanya swanky, ukanijaza konki, spiritually konki, nampenda sana Jalali, amekuwa kwangu Maulana, na wengine wakinitenga, amenilinda siku na mchana, nampenda sana Jalali, amekuwa kwangu Maulana, na wengine wakinitenga, amenilinda siku na mchana, amekuwa kwangu Jalali, amekuwa kwangu Maulana, amekuwa kwangu Jalali, amekuwa kwangu Maulana.
In the mix, Neo Masada. You better get familiar.
Shida, iko shida. 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 Huyu diva ameiva kanjiva, amenifanya nimeshikwa na fiva, nimevimba, nimebaki na ringa, na kwenye streets wananiita misinga. Baby katika, mimi napenda unavyo tingidigida, vile unavyo shake hizi gigega, na hivyo nipe minimum, na yesi ije kiwa maximum, hivi shida itakuwa iko shida. Iko shida.
In the mix, Neo Masada. You better get familiar.
Kuna time itafika mifupa itakataa, so nacheza reggae raga na ngoma kadhaa. DJ, so please take me high. Life yangu ina season 2, so na furaha. Singoje nifende umlete mapesa zawadi kaburi ya bei ghali. Ya nini? Kama unanipenda nipende sahihi, na kama unanijali nijali sahihi. Kuna deal meifanya karibu ni jamaa. Tunapiga cheers moja marafiki, mbili za wanafiki wala hawanipi dhiki. Mungu kati ya tike ni facile doubting, I'm the next big thing. Now you know I'm the next big thing.
Matamu na makali, Mungu nipe amani, maadui zangu wasonge mbali. Mina ng'ang'ana na hii safari, mina kazana na hii safari.
Kama wakati wa kazi ni kazi, kama wakati wa happy ni happy. Okay. Nishawahi kulala njaa, nishawahi fungiwa nyumba, nishawahi kati ya mademu wengi wakaniruka, so michezo ya pombe duna starehe. Hapana taka.
Thank you DJ Timo. Thank you so much. Naona unacheza wasanii wa Nakuru wote.
Purely Nakuru.
How's Nakuru music?
Nakuru wanajituma. I'm excited about the future.
Yeah.
Wakiendelea hivi, tutakuwa tunacheza za Nairobi peke yake.
Kabisa. Well, my dear viewers, this amazing guest, he's the pastor of Redeemed Christian Church of God. He's the general manager, Empolos Hotel, chairman, Nakuru County Tourism Association, chairman, marketing committee of ASK Nakuru branch, hospitality consultant, and also he's a father, he's a husband, he's a family man. Please help me welcome Mr. David Mwangi.
Welcome to Say It with Meso, Mr. Mwangi.
Thank you so much.
How have you been?
I've been very well.
Corona inakupeleka vipi?
Tuna manage. Manage tu.
So let's get into the interview. Swali ambayo ningependa tu kuuliza, how come ilikuwaje from baking mandazis to general manager of Empolos?
I think yote inashughulikia hali ya tumbo. And it has been my passion.
Yeah.
Kupika. Ujui mimi ni mpishi hatari sana. So it is something that is in me.
Yes.
Kutuliza tumbo za watu. So those days nilianza na kupika mandazi hapa town, nilikuwa napikia hapa London, nazungusha hii town na bike, and then after that nikaingia jikoni nikaanza kupika chakula tofauti. Kuanzia hapo nikaanza kujifunza other departments.
Yes.
za hoteli mpaka finally ikabidi
General manager Empolos Hotel.
Yes.
So who is Mr. Mwangi?
David Mwangi is a son of this soil. I was born in a place called Moronyo. Moronyo is a village in Lanet ward of Bahati sub-county of Nakuru County. And I am a sixth born in a family of 7. And I went to school in the village in a primary school called Mundo Primary School. And then I did my high school still in the village, in a school that was formerly known as Moindefo High School. It's now Heroes, still in Bahati. And then from there, I've done several courses. I've majored in theology. I've also done management development from Strathmore University. And besides that, I am a minister of the gospel. I am a husband of one wife, and who is a woman. And we are blessed with 2 sons. More than that, I am a consultant in hospitality, because I love hospitality. I like hosting people. So I'm a consultant, and at the time, I'm a general manager here at the Empolos Hotel.
Wow. Hey, what a profile. So how was it being raised the 6th born in a large family? How was it back then? Life in the village, Moronyo kule, Moindefo.
It's true. It was not easy. It was challenging.
Yes.
But eye-opening, because having been born in the village and growing in the village, going through the schooling in the village, and more so living among different tribes, because our land was owned initially by the Kalenjin community. So my neighbors were Kalenjin. In fact, that's how I learned my second dialect, which is a Kalenjin dialect there. So there was that mix of culture between the Kikuyus and the Kalenjins. And then there was a lot of poverty in that village. So we had to grow with my siblings. We had to grow through the hard way. We had to do what we call mabuti. I don't know whether you know mabuti. Mabuti is where you go and you weed or you cultivate a farm, or you help some people. They do 15 steps by 15 steps, and by that time they used to pay us around 50 shillings to do that. So we had to do that for survival, because there was no other way that you could survive apart from those kind of works and also farming. So it was not easy, but it helped to shape our culture and also our character. Yeah.
So mafuti.
Yes.
Unakuwa measured 15 steps.
Yes.
Unalima.
For real. Yeah. And it can take you a whole day. Kulima tu hiyo. Na kuna wengine walikuwa napima miguu yao ni kubwa mrefu, so ikanyaga hivi inakuwa kama dabu.
So and uko hapa general manager.
That's true.
Wow, what a journey. Indeed, what a journey. Maybe kitu yenye imekuinspire, kitu yenye ilikuwa inakumotivate na kuinspire, as in back in the village, that village life, to now that you are the general manager, what has been your inspiration all along?
More so is because I was brought up in a God-fearing family, and I learned about the power of God early, and more so because that was the only choice in the village. Because we were prayerful. My mother was very prayerful, an elder in church, and also my father. So my inspiration was in the Word of God. I learned the Word of God early in life, and that inspired me to know that whether I started in Moronyo, I can become someone. So I never looked back. Every time I went through a phase, I would not look back. I would always look in front for the next phase of life. So I knew even when I left Moronyo and I came to this town to do manual work, I knew that my tomorrow will always be better than yesterday, and that has been my motivation.
Wacha tuongee about Empolos. It's a great hotel, a beautiful hotel, first of all. Ilikujaje mlikuja mkajenga Empolos katika within the vicinity ya Shabab? Yeah.
It's true. It's a wonderful facility. I like this facility because I've been involved from not the very beginning, but just before they finished the structure, I've been involved, and I like the concept because the directors who wanted to invest in this place, they had two motivation. Okay, the first one is commercial, so that the hotel can sustain itself. And the second one is a social impartation on this place, because they have been brought up in this area. They have invested in this area. They have made their money in this area. So they wanted to invest back where they have grown they have grown from. So when you combine the social part and the commercial part, it has fit very well, and it has really helped the people of this area to also be proud of their area, that inside their area there can come up a wonderful facility as this. Yeah.
So you as a family man, ikwaje? Ulipatana wapi na your wife, children, wako vipi?
Unajua Mungu ndiye huwa anafanya watu wanakutana.
Yes.
Napanganga tu mtu anakuja na cross kwa path yako. My wife came to work with me in one of my fields. Na hakukaa kwa muda mrefu. Wakati tulijuana tu hivi.
Yeah.
Akakuwa sasa aondoke.
Ilikuwa love at first sight.
Yeah. Tusiseme at first sight because ilichukua kwanza kama miezi 6. Tukiangalianaga tu kwa macho. And then after hapo vitu zikaanza fall into place, and we dated for 3 years, and then we got married. Through that marriage, God has blessed us with 2 sons. Na familia imekuwa kubwa. Yes.
So for 6 months umekuwa tu mkifanya the same place, anapita tu hivi unamwangalia, yeye unapita hivi anakuangalia.
Angalia tu. Ilianza na macho kwanza.
Ilianza na macho.
Unajua mtu ni macho.
Sawa. So what is your story from Mafuti to now the general manager of Empolos? Imekuaje? Where did you start? As in the maneno ya hotel industry, maneno ya tourism.
Okay.
Yes.
So I left the village after doing my O-levels. I left the village na nikakuja town. I enrolled in a college, and because sikuwa na pesa ya kutosha, so I had to start cooking mandazi and donuts in town. So I was with my brother that I follow. So tunapika asubuhi mapema sana, and then by 6 tumezungusha hii town kwa vioski tunauza. And then something happened. I used to be the secretary of not even a secretary. I used to take notes in family meetings. And the patron of our family, the larger family, was an investor, was a hospitality investor. Na wakati nilikuja nikaanza kuuza mandazi town, I missed one family meeting. And this investor was like, where is that young man who normally writes minutes? Anatuandikiaga hii maneno tunasema hapa. So my mother said, no, you know, right now he's not in the village, he's in town, anakona town. So that uncle said he wanted to see me. So I went there and I saw him. He asked me, what are you doing? I said, I'm in the bakery. Even though nilikuwa nimeambiwa niite. Just wanted to see you because I didn't see you in a family meeting. Tukaanza kuongea. He owns a very big hotel by that time. So he told me, nilikuwa nataka nikutafutie kazi hapa. So I never connected myself with that place because it was a star-rated hotel. So akaamuka kutoka kwa ofisi yake, akaniuliza unaweza fanya kazi gani? Nikamwambia yeyote tu. So akaniambia number 1, hakuna kazi inaitwa yeyote. Because nikikwambia ukae kwa hii kiti yangu utafanya kazi gani? So can you be specific? Kwa kioo akaniambia unaona hii dirisha yangu? I said yeah, I can see the window. How is it? Nikasema it's very. Kaguza hivi dirisha. Akaniambia unaona nini? Nikamwambia hii naona vumbi. Nikamuuliza imetoka wapi? Because I can't believe imetoka kwa hiyo dirisha. Akasema yeah, hata kazi ya kuosha nitakufunza. Hiyo yenye unataka itabidi nikufunze. So akaniambia okay, let me think about it. He called the manager and he told the manager, my items in this hotel. I want you to give this young man a job here as a security guard. Kashindo as a guard, anafanya kazi gani? And that's how I started my first job in a hotel as a security guard in Kunste Hotel, hapa Nakuru.
Wow.
Yes. I did that job. I thought it's an easy job. And I thought maybe I would be there for a very short time. Askari.
Yeah.
Because I knew this is my relative. So lazima nipeke kwa ofisi. Nikule sausage saa 4. Nikule kuku saa 7. This is my relative.
Yeah.
But he watched me as a security guard for 5 years.
For 5 good years.
5 good years.
As a security.
Na ni watch too. In fact, sometimes he would drive from Nairobi. Akifika Kikopea na buy nyama na machoma.
Yeah.
Ananiletea. Niko tu kwa nje tu na rungu. Anakuja ananipea nyama. Yes, yani kuniambia bado tuko pamoja. Hata kama uko hapa bado tuko
bado nakukumbuka.
Sasa mimi nikiimagine hiyo nyama nashika rungu kabisa. And then from there
Yeah.
I went into different departments. After 5 years I became a barman, became a waiter. I went into the kitchen.
At the same place.
Same place.
Yeah.
I went into front office. And I went into laundry kidogo, and then he promoted me to be in charge of maintenance. And that's one of the jobs that I loved.
Yeah.
Maintenance. Kuangalia kitu imevunjika unafanya. So we did one project with him, which is the Kunste Open Gardens for the weddings and all that. We did with him for 7 months.
Yeah.
And from there, it's when he told me, now I want you to start training as a manager. So I would be doing maintenance in the day, and in the evening I would be with him training as an apprentice manager.
Yeah.
And from 2007 to 2010, I was a manager at Kunste Hotel.
At Kunste.
And after 10 years, I just felt that's enough, and I left that place.
Wow.
From that place, I went to Nuru Palace. I did 1 year contract at Nuru Palace. And you see, I'm coming with a lot of zeal, a lot of vigor, a lot of maintenance in my head.
From watchman, laundry, maintenance.
Yes, so I knew everything. So
Yeah.
I went there. I really worked hard there. I was thinking of renovation and growth. So I helped them to build more rooms. They only had 8 rooms by that time. We built 30 more rooms, and we did a plan for other rooms. From there, I did 1 year, and then from there, I went to Mboita Hotel, which was not a hotel initially.
Yeah.
It was being constructed as a residential, a 1-bedroom London-style apartment. And we shared with the owner, and I told him we can convert this into a hotel. He said, okay, no problem. Let's see how it will go. So we converted it, and it became a hit in this town. After Mboita, I took a break. I went into farming. I was in charge of a dairy farm. which had, by the time I left, they had 162 cows and a processing unit for the milk, and we were processing around 12,000 liters of milk. So I entered into farming, but since I am a front person,
Yeah.
I'm not so much in manufacturing. So my line is so much with customers. So I found myself moving out to talk to customers who are buying milk. I did that for 1 year, and then later on I shifted back to hospitality. Came and established the Olaken Hotel.
Yeah.
I was there for 2 years. Established it to a higher level. So we were looking at a gap that was there in the industry in Nakuru. So we did a very high-end facility there, 40 rooms, very high-end. I did that for 2 years, and then I came to Empolos here, where we have been able to bring together a team that has made this become one of the icons in Nakuru. Yes.
So, Mr. Mwangi, what is that wow factor that you think you have? Because unajua, like in football,
Yes.
uko na stars
Yes.
ambapo wakikuwa kama ni wako free, kama season imeenda, unaona like a lot of teams wanawakimbilia, but
Yes.
you in this hospitality sector,
Yeah.
ni kama uko na that wow factor everywhere where you go, kwa maana looking at your history, where you've come, places yenye umeenda, kuko na that unaleta that awesome change. Wewe unadhani ni nini inakufanya unakuwa hivyo?
Number one is the grace of God, because God created people and put something inside of them. To me, tourism or hospitality is a calling.
Yeah.
I was called and I answered this call. So I don't do it for money. It's a calling.
Yeah.
If I don't do it, I'm reneging on that calling. So secondly, I have studied my customers. I've done this thing for the last 20 years.
20 good years.
I have been with customers for the last 20 years.
Yeah.
So I've studied what are the needs of customers in this industry. So wherever I go, I look at the environment, I look at the facility, and I identify the right customer for that particular niche market. That market has its own customer. That's why a customer who would pay, let's say, for example, $100 US dollars in a particular hotel, no matter how you try to drive them to another hotel that's charging even $20, they may not go, because they have their own preference. They have their own demands. They have a checklist in mind that when I go to this particular place, I need this type of things. I need this kind of standards. I need this kind of service. So I can say I have captured the mind of many customers, and I know what they need. Yeah.
Wow. In you as a consultant in the hospitality industry, what are these some of the hotels ambao wametaka services zako as a consultant?
Yeah. Okay. Apart from
And also as a consultant in the hotel industry, what is the work of a consultant?
Okay. That's a very good question.
Yeah.
It's, most of the people want to build a hotel. You just want to have a hotel, and most of the high-end people or well-to-do, eventually they end up with a hotel somewhere, but they don't know how to go about it. There are a lot of things that are involved in the process of establishing a hotel. We have what we call the 7 pillars of coming up with a suitable hospitality facility. The first pillar is the product. What do you want to sell? There are people who are just opening nightclubs. There are other people who are opening restaurant, fast food. There are other people who are opening a hotel with accommodation, conferencing, and meals. So you need to identify the product. Don't just say I want a hotel. Just say I want to do a conference hotel, or I want to do accommodation hotel, which is lodging, or I want to do eateries, eating places. So once you identify the product that you want to have, then the next thing, which is a pillar, is where do you want to do it? For example, if you wanted to do a 5-star hotel, and you are brought up in a slum, for example, you are brought up in a slum. If you put up that 5-star hotel in a slum, it will have some hindrances. But there's another type of a hotel that you can put in that slum or next to that slum, and it will do very well. So you must look at the location. Where are you putting up that product that you want? Then from the product, then you go to the next one. How will you charge? How will you charge a chicken, a grilled chicken, in a particular location? Because, for example, if you bring your spouse in this hotel, you don't expect me to sell you a chicken here at 50 shillings. But when you go to a particular place, which is like a small eatery, mahali tu kwa barabara, even at 50, at 100 shillings, you'll get. So pricing also is a major component. Then from pricing, you go to what we call the people. People are in two ways. The people who work for you, and you should know that you can only be as good as the people who work for you. You cannot stand alone. I've been able to come this far because I've gotten people who support my vision and my ideas. The other kind of people is the people you target. Who are you building this hotel for? If it's a big hall, who do you have in mind will come to occupy that hall? If it's a wonderful room, do you have somebody in mind? Do you have maybe a civil servant? Do you have a tourist that you have in mind that you know they will come and occupy? Those are the people. Then after that, you need to look at what we call the perception. How will people talk of a hotel in a particular place? Because areas have their own histories and they have their own way of life. For example, I was consulting for a particular friend of mine in Central Province, and that particular place has its own story. So when you mention that I'm doing a hotel in this place, oh, in that place, so there's that perception. So you must look at the perception of where you want to invest, and then you need to look at the passion. And this is where most of the hotel fail, because you find the investors are not passionate about hotel. They just wanted to build a hotel. Why? Because hotels are in fashion. A friend is doing a hotel. A friend is doing a restaurant, and he's making it. I also want to do it. And when you look at your profession or your calling is different. So you want to bring the way things are run in your profession. For example, if you are a doctor, if you are an engineer, if you are a teacher, you want to run a hotel like a school. It will not work. So you must be passionate about this particular investment that you're entering. You must also start learning things about how a hotel is being run. So all that is what we call consultancy now in hospitality sector.
Like for example, maybe I'm an investor. Nataka kuinvest in Mawanga.
Yes.
Unajua Mawanga inajulikana na vumbi, matope, barabara.
It's
So
true.
like uteza consult aje in the according to the area, like is it can the investor build a 5-star hotel, 4-star hotel, ama how?
Okay.
Just
for
an
example,
example, yes.
For example, if you want to invest in Mawanga, I may not advise you to do a 5-star hotel. Why? Because for you to get that 5-star rating, even your environment must be 5-star. With all due respect, some parts of Mawanga may not be 5-star. you may go to an environment that you can be able to manage even your neighborhood. But there is a hotel you can do in Mawanga that will do very well. Do a very nice product there, not very highly priced. People will come there because of the product you're selling. They will drive all the way because that's my way home. I know the place you're talking about. So there's somebody who will drive all the way to Mawanga and say, this particular product is nice. Yes.
Wow. There you have it. Watu wa Mawanga 4-star, 3-star. Kwenyu infrastructure ndo muweze kutengeneza vizuri. So ladies and gentlemen, ilikuwa ni the first session ya Say It with Meso. We are going for a very short commercial break. Alafu kisha baadaye tutakuwa tunazidi kujajana mgeni wetu Mr. David Mwangi.